Okay, hi guys, Brandy here. Welcome. So today we're doing a special reading. We're doing a St. Patty's Day reading. So for those of you who don't know what St. Patty's Day is, it's like if you're not from America, it's like an American holiday where leprechauns, which are like magical creatures, little leprechauns, are said to leave pots of gold all over the place, especially at the end of a rainbow. For people, um, for lucky people. They're said to be very leprechauns are said to be very lucky, and it's a day of great luck and joy and celebration. So today we're doing a reading on your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay. So even if you're not American and you don't know, all about St. Patty's Day, you can still join in the fun and pick a pile. And we have three leprechauns, so three very cute leprechauns. And we're gonna jump right in. I do have a little bit of housekeeping. I know I was doing the Valentine's Day Venus series, mood boards for everybody that was, enjoying those. And those are still coming in, okay? I haven't forgotten about that, and I'm still working on that. It's just been a slight pause, not forever, but I was looking at the clock today and it said 3:17, which is St. Patty's Day. Oh no, it said, yeah, 3:17. And so I was just thinking, oh my goodness, what a lucky number. I must have, some luck coming in, or, something lucky's about to happen, because I never noticed the clock at 3:17. I feel like I don't remember if I do. But I noticed it today, and I was like, I gotta jump on and do a reading, about the luck you have coming in at the end of your rainbow, your pot of gold, and see what everyone has coming in, because I feel that lucky energy coming in. And then St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. So, go ahead and pick your leprechaun. And I don't know, it might be a pretty long reading, but we're gonna jump into it and we're gonna see. So I will meet you at your pile. Okay, let's see. So pile one, welcome. Hi. You chose the girl leprechaun, the beautiful little girl leprechaun, woman leprechaun. And we're gonna get into it. So what is pile one? And I know it's been so long, you guys. It's been forever since I've been on and done a reading. I know it's been forever. I've been missing you guys so much. So, but here I am. Here we are, all together again, doing this pot at the end of a rainbow reading. Let me just tap into your energy here, pile one. You chose the lady leprechaun. Okay, and she's so cute. Let's see. What is pile one's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow this St. Patty's Day or not? What's their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, please? What's their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, please? I'm gonna start with 5 cards here. Some very interesting energy already. I'm gonna pull this one. I'm gonna take 6, I think. Ooh, okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. Wow. Like a fire sign. This could be male or female, but someone in their masculine energy or fiery energy at a distance. But what is pile one's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, please? Spirit, let us know. What is their pot of gold? And this pot of gold could be anything to you guys. It could be finances. It could be a home, a car. It could be emotional security. It could be a person. It could be a child. It could be a job. It could be, your health. it could be anything, guys. Whatever that pot of gold is to you, it could be anything. Whatever it means to you. But we're gonna see what the cards say. We do have the Lovers coming out here. The Lovers. And we have a Six of Cups too. Let me just take a look at the cards here, guys. I'm seeing here that an ex has a change of perspective about you, about your relationship. We have the Hangman here, a change of perspective after being left out in the cold, Five of Pentacles, a soulmate connection, Six of Cups, wanting to come in quickly, Knight of Swords, and Lovers coming out here. An ex has a new perspective about you, wants to come back in. And this is your pot of gold. The reading starts off with the High Priestess, okay? So there's something secretive about this relationship. There's something hidden, not yet revealed. Something going on beneath the surface in the submerge, submerges, I want to say. Something going on in the subterfuge. Am I saying that right? And the subterfuge. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's something going on in the subterfuge here. I guess some people might call it the unconscious. Or the subconscious, I mean. The subterfuge. Like, not the sidelines. Not the extra. I have to look up what subterfuge means. That's the word I'm getting very strongly. There's something going on in the subterfuges. And if you have time to look up that word, I definitely encourage that. There's something going on in the subterfuges here, in the undertext, in the underlying undertext, subtext. There's a lot of subtext going on here with you and this past person, okay? This is someone you've been in a past relationship with. There's a lot of subtext going on. This person wants to rush towards you and say what? What do they want from you? What they want this passionate connection back, right? But why is this your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Why is this your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Because the Lovers is a very passionate card. We're getting a double. High level of attraction, obsession. They're very obsessed with you. They're very attracted to you. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Wow, the Sun. And I'm getting that you make them so happy. You make them so happy. And they're in regret. Five of Cups. They're in regret. So something about this relationship, and they're coming in quickly here. Maybe by St. Patty's Day or sooner, okay? Maybe by St. Patty's Day. 3/17. Maybe during Pisces season. We do have the Hangman here. Maybe you're a Pisces. We also have the High Priestess, another Pisces card. Double Pisces. Something about March, Pisces. This could be a Pisces here you're dealing with, okay? This ex. Pisces is sweet, sensitive, caring, kind, sympathetic, they're so sweet, they make you want to cry. They're so sweet, they could just you could just die of sweetness, you know, um, this could be a Pisces here. Yeah, there's something going on in the subterfuge between the two of you. What's going on in the subterfuge? We have the moon. Wow. The moon. Oh my gosh. So we have the high priestess and then the moon card. A lot going on beneath the surface. A lot. You guys have a whole relationship happening in the subterfuge. Um, Maybe that's part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Maybe it is this subterfuge. You know, um, I know ultimately the goal is this lovers, this reconnection, right? This passionate affair with this devil card and the sun. But maybe part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is this subterfuge that you're in with this person. You know, maybe that is your pot of gold. This sort of thing going on underneath the surface with this person. Because it brings so much happiness, so much joy, so much excitement, so much fulfillment, so much gratitude and hope, and togetherness. Look at them. They're holding hands together. These two mermaids. They feel together, despite, whatever's going on in the 3D, I don't know. It's like in the subterfuge, you two are together, and maybe that is your pot of gold. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Um, is this subterfuge energy? And I know I keep saying subterfuge, guys. I can't stop. I don't know why. Is this? I can't stop. I can't stop saying subterfuge. Is this subterfuge energy that you guys have going on? Maybe that is your pot of gold. Maybe that energy is the pot of gold. And I know the ultimate energy is this lover's energy, this passion, right? To passionately embrace, passionately be together. And we have death now, transformation, ending. Um, Death card coming out. Yeah, the things have been transforming in the subterfuge with this death card. The relationship between the two of you, the soulmate connection you had at the beginning of knowing this person is totally different because of everything that's been transforming in the subterfuge. And what's the relationship look like now? Seven of Spears. The soulmate connection started off so innocent. It started off very innocent, like two children in love here. See the two children? Like two children in love. You started out, and you're in this like heavy, dense subterfuge, like moon, high priestess, death energy now. And look at how dark these cards are. And then we got, like the devil, And it's not in the same place it was when it first began. This very innocent, childlike place. There's so much density here, so much weight going on. When you think of the word subterfuge, I'm just going to go ahead and keep saying it, okay? I can't stop. When you think of the word subterfuge, like the ocean and stuff like that, it's there's so much breadth and width and density to it, and that's really what I'm seeing here, this breadth and width and density and weight, there's so much heaviness here. It's like you'd be putting weight on this connection, you know. And that's really your pot of gold here is the weight that's being put on this connection. And a lot of it isn't happening in the 3D, okay, guys? I keep saying that, but um um, in the 3D, matter of fact, you may be you are then maybe like sort of like beating them off with a stick, kind of like energy. Seven of Swords. Um, you know, you could be blocking them, you could be not communicating with them, you could be ignoring them, you could be ghosting them, or they could be doing this to you. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like beating them off with a stick. But in the ethers, I'm gonna go ahead and use the word ethers now because I can't say subterfuge one more time. In the ethers, you know, there's a whole lot going on, and this is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And why is this a pot of gold? Because we got the Sun card, you know. This is what makes you happy. This person makes you happy. Why is this the pot of gold for this person? Why is this the pot of gold for my viewer? It's gotta be because whatever is happening in the subterfuge is juicy, you know what I mean? Especially with this Lover's card, this Devil coming out, this Death card. You know, this transformation's gotta be really juicy. Really good shit. The Devil's coming out right next to the Lovers. So why is this the pot of gold in one card, please? Can you please? We got the Three of Spears, Three of Swords. Okay. So this is the pot of gold, and Eight of Spears is coming out too. This is the pot of gold because there's a lot of healing words going on between the two of you. And the subterfuge, a lot of loving words, a lot of healing words, a lot of words that hit the heart with the Three of Swords. There's a lot of healing going on, okay? And this Eight of Swords, oh, I thought that was the Eight of Wands. We'll take that as a message, right? With this Eight of Spears, it's like there's a lot of healing words going on in the subterfuge or the ethers or the, you know, subconscious, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of healing messages, love messages being exchanged between the two of you. In the 3D realm, you might be pushing each other away, okay, because of the intensity of this connection. One or both of you. But underneath, there's a lot of healing and loving words being exchanged. And with this Devil card, there's so much obsession here. This person is obsessed with you. Obsessed. You know. I'm gonna leave the reading there. Or should I? Let me pull a few more cards here. I'm gonna pull from the What's the Gossip and just see what's the gossip on this connection, please. What's the gossip on this connection that has a lot going on beneath the surface? What's the gossip on this connection, please? We got status upgrade. Wow. So your status has been upgraded because of this person, and that's the gossip. It says new achievements improved social standing, lifestyle elevation, next level. So you're on some next level shit with this person. In the 3D, you or the other person might be pushing each other away, but this person's actually elevating your status in society. Um, they may be giving you gifts. I don't know if you're like maybe accepting gifts but not talking to them or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? They might be giving you a lot of gifts or something like that, or some way your position or rank or reputation is elevating because of them. Um, Even though you're kind of not speaking to them right now in the 3D. And that's because there's so much going on underneath the surface that you're just overwhelmed by this devil energy, that they're giving out. At the bottom of the deck, we have breaking cycles. Um, and it says ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. Wow. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like you're really pushing this person away. Or they're pushing you away too. Maybe it's the two of you. Maybe you're in some kind of karmic situation with them. And I talk about this a lot, but karmic isn't negative. It just means like I know some channelers say karmic means it's like toxic or something, but that's not really what karmic means. It just means like destined, you know? Karma can be either good or bad, guys. It's not just negative. But there could be some kind of karma here between the two of you with breaking cycles and with this Seven of Swords here. Where would the Seven of Swords go? With this Seven of Swords here, you guys are really pushing each other away. Even though there's a lot going on beneath the surface here. Let's get one more card on what's the tea, what's the gossip on this relationship. Let's get one more card here before we close out the reading. What's the tea, what's the gossip on this relationship, please? What's the tea, what's the gossip, please? What's the tea? We got recharge, wow. Yeah, and you may be pushing this person away because you need to recharge from them. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, because they're coming at you with all this devil energy, all this obsession, and you may need to take a break from them, or they may need to take a break from you too, and the connection, because it's a lot. This connection's a lot. But beneath the surface, there are a lot of loving messages going on, and there is a status upgrade going on. And it says recharge, mental rest, emotional recovery, taking a break, come back stronger. Yeah. So when you two return to this connection in 3D, it's going to be different from how it was before, okay? With this recharge here. And obviously it's going to be different because you've been undergoing this huge transformation with this death card. And this has come back stronger, but, how is this connection going to come back? Can you give us any clues or hints as to how this connection is going to come back, what it's going to look like? We got situationship. We have a situationship here. It says unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? Bottom of the deck energy. We have shadow work. Wow, so you guys are still going to be looking back at that past subterfuge energy with shadow work. You're still going to be looking back at that past subterfuge energy, even when you come back together in the 3D. Wow. And obviously it's a complicated situation, so. But, I hope I didn't make this subterfuge energy, this ethers energy or whatever you want to call it, sound negative, because it's not. There's a lot of healing going on in the subterfuge. And I hope I was able to make that clear. If not, allow me to say it one more time, okay? There's a lot of healing and loving messages going on in the subterfuge, and it's very supportive energy. And I am also seeing a lot of gifts being given. Um, so, um, so that's what I have for you, Pile One. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope you find your lucky pot of gold at the end of a juicy rainbow this March, or, every day. Every day and any day, girl, guy. Whenever you find it, it's good luck. um, so yeah. Let me just pick up some of the cards here. So I enjoyed doing your reading. If you want to stick around for any of the other piles, it's totally okay. And if you have to go, I'll see you next time. Okay, so let's go to pile 2 now. We have the Leprechaun with the beer. And leprechauns love to drink. They're often portrayed as drunk, like drunken little children or something. I don't know. But let me see here. Just curious stuck. But we have the Leprechaun with the beer. If you chose the Leprechaun with the beer, pile 2, you're in the right place. Pile 2. Oh, we got a jumper. I don't know if you heard that or not. But we got a jumper. And we're going to see, what is pile 2's pot of gold at the end of their rainbow? Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. What is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for pile 2? And this could be anything, guys, from health, family, jobs, home, safety, security, money, spirituality, anything, guys. We're gonna take a look and see what is pile, anything and everything you can think of, all of the above and more. So what is pile 2's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow this year? This is St. Patty's Day coming up, or whenever. Okay, let's see. Let's pull a few more. Let me see here. Just gonna move these cards a little bit. Okay, we're just gonna pull. Okay, so the bottom of the deck, let's see. We have the 2 of Wands. Okay. And the 2 of Wands is about, having the whole world in your hands, but somehow wanting like more, because the world fits in your hands, right? So you're looking abroad to a bigger world. So it's like you can be very comfortable with the 2 of Wands, you know what I mean? But you're looking to expand. You're looking for expansion. You're looking for more. So I see your world broadening here. Do you know what I mean? A broadening of your world. Even though you are very comfortable already, an expansion here. A broadening and expansion of your world. Even travel here with this 2 of Wands. And just making your world bigger. Making your world bigger. Let's see what else we have. Strong Sagittarius energy there. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. And again, this is someone who's very comfortable, right? The Queen of Pentacles is very comfortable, guys. We have the Fool. Wow, these cards are so bright. We have the Star. These cards are so bright. The Star, wow. With the 7 of Wands, wow. We have the Ace of Wands. Wow. See, these cards are so bright. Oh my goodness. And the Devil. Oh my goodness. And we had the Devil in the last reading. And the 7 of Wands in the last reading. So you might have come from the last reading. You might be watching all three piles. You might be here for all three. I don't know. I don't know, but if you're here for all three, it looks like some of these messages are for you because some of these cards are repeating. And these are a whole different deck, you know, so it's not even the same deck, but it is the same cards. So very interesting, you know. So I'm looking at someone here that's very comfortable with their world, with this Queen of Pentacles and this Two of Wands here. They're very comfortable. But they know they have a lot of potential here. They see potential in themselves. This is someone that sees potential in themselves. Okay? Despite being so comfortable and there's nothing wrong in their world and they want for nothing and they don't need anything, you know, they have so much potential. And they know this. To be better, to be greater, you know? And with this full energy, I'm seeing a new beginning here. A new beginning. Where you get to where you get to reach your full potential. And I shouldn't even say reach your full potential because your potential is infinity, right? It's infinity potential. There's no limit to your potential here. So you can never really reach it, right? I don't know how you say reach it, or, you know, I hope you know what I'm talking about, right? But you get to fulfill your dreams here. You get to have these new beginnings here. You get to reach your potential here. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. And I hope you know that you have infinity potential, okay? So, but you know, this Queen of Pentacles here is going to get the opportunity with this Fool card to sort of reach her potential, which is what she's been longing for with this Two of Wands. Longing to fulfill her potential. Because again, we have the Star card here. The Star is about, you know, a physical superstar in the 3D, and it's about hope and inspiration and, you know, faith, you know, and this Queen of Pentacles character, this could be a man or a woman here, okay? Because we do have the Queen of Pentacles here, and then here we have a man in the form of the Two of Wands, and they both are comfortable and wanting to reach their potential, wanting to broaden their horizons. Okay, because this person knows they're a star. This person knows they're a star, and they have so much faith and hope here, and they're gonna get the chance. They're gonna get the opportunity here. This is their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. They're gonna get several opportunities to broaden their world here. With the Seven of Wands, they're gonna be beating off opportunities with a stick. Look at how there's all these sticks here, and these are all the opportunities. And here's you beating them off with a stick. You're going to be beating off opportunity with a stick. You have several pots of gold coming in pile 2. Several. And with this Ace of Wands, this is one major opportunity coming in. A creative spark, inspiration. I'm even seeing sexual chemistry with somebody. A new relationship coming in. A new opportunity to feel fiery again. You know what I mean? To feel that fire in your bones, in your blood. You know, whether that be a creative project, a creative endeavor, a passion project, or whether this be a person or a relationship. Something's going to get your blood boiling hot again is what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing this happen several times because this is the Ace of Wands, and then this is the Seven of Wands. And you see how he's beating off all these wands, all these things that make your passion boil, you know. And then we have the Devil, yeah. So this could be a project that you're obsessed with or a person that you're obsessed with. I'm seeing both a project and a person. Okay, I'm seeing both here. With this Ace of Wands, especially since with the Seven of Wands, it is multiple different opportunities. So I'm seeing both a person and a project here that you're going to become obsessed with. And let's see if we can get more information for pile 2 that shows my drunken leprechaun. Let's see, can you please clarify this Ace of Wands? This passionate sort of endeavor or project that's coming in, creative creative spark or relationship or whatever this is. Saying like a project or a relationship, chemistry. Can you please clarify this Ace of Wands, please? Can you please clarify this Ace of Wands for pile 2, please? Can you please clarify? Let's get a few more cards. So we got three cards here. So we have the Knight of Pearls, which is the Knight of Cups, which is the most romantic knight in a deck. So romantic he is, you guys. So romantic. Wow. So you have a Knight of Cups coming in. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant. And we have the King of Spears. Wow, so 2 men coming in. Or maybe this is the same man coming in twice. So Knight of Cups is like, it could be any sign, okay? The Knight of Cups is just somebody incredibly romantic, but it could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And then King of Spears, somebody, much more grown up and developed, very sexy, and, just very sexy, well established. And that is the signs of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant coming in between it. And we asked for clarification on this Ace of Wands here. So I was getting that it's both a creative spark and a relationship coming in. So if we were to read these cards from both perspectives, there's definitely a guy coming in, if not 2. But maybe this King of Swords is also a Knight of Cups energy, wanting to come in and romance you. And I'm seeing marriage here with Hierophant. He wants to worship you. And this is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay. Very interesting. Let me just take a look at these cards. It's so interesting. I'm looking in these cards, and all these men have beards. And look at how long the Hierophant's beard is. And then this King of Swords is a long beard, and this Knight of Cups is a little beard. It's like he wants to go through all these stages of life with you. He wants to grow old with you. He wants to be young with you. He wants to grow with you. He wants to develop with you. He wants to live life with you. It's like we are living life together, honey. Is what he's saying to you. It's like we are living life together. It's like, and you maybe you've been with him through all these stages of like youth and with this full energy, maybe this young energy you were in with him, right? And he's in this Knight of Cups energy. He's at a very young stage, but he's like, we are living life together, and it's like, and he wants to be with you till, his beard is like down to the floor here. You know what I mean? He's an old man. You know what I mean? He wants to be with you through all these different stages. See how his beard is like growing here and it's getting gray and it's getting, he wants to be with you till he's old, and he wants to take care of you and stuff when you're old and sick and bring you flowers still when you and go on dates with you when you're 80 and all this kind of stuff, with this Knight of Cups, he wants the real deal marriage here. This is what this Hierophant is trying to say. He's really in. The Hierophant is the most committed card in the deck. And, he wants to establish roots here with this Hierophant. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing here roots have already been established, you know what I mean? But he wants it forever, you know, forever. And he wants to be romancing you and taking you on dates and giving you flowers when you guys are 100 years old, you know? He wants all of that. And I'm seeing here that he really enjoys the intellectual part of the connection with this King of Swords, okay? The mental, intellectual part of the connection. The communicative part of the connection. He finds you to be an excellent communicator, okay? He finds your communication interesting, funny, charming, thoughtful, remarkable, is what I'm hearing. Sorry, guys, my hand is shaking a little bit. I had a really big coffee this morning. And this is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But it's like, you get this guy now. You know, you don't have to wait till forever to meet him. You get to meet him now, this Knight of Cups, this King of Cups, and have this Hierophant with him, this marriage, you know. This is part of your Ace of Wands. This all these cards were to clarify the Ace of Wands, right? This chemistry, this creative spark, this passionate spark here. You know, and you don't have to wait forever to meet this guy. You know, he's here now. He's coming in now, and he wants to spend his whole life with you. You know, he wants to be giving you, you know, sponge baths. You know, like when you're 20 and when you're like 100. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy energy. You know, he wants to be dipping strawberries and chocolate and eating them off your body when you're 20 and when you're 100, you know? He really loves you. He wants it forever, you know? And he's ready for it, you know, now, today. This is somebody that's ready for it now, today. You know? He's ready to commit. In his heart, he's already committed. In his heart, he's already committed, okay? Sorry, guys. Somebody's calling me, so he might be trying to call you. You know, this guy might be trying to, on the phone with you, you know, trying to reach you. He's trying to call you already. That's my phone ringing, guys. This is a guy that's going to be applying pressure, is what I'm hearing. Especially because he sees you and you are in this star energy. You know? You are in this star energy. You're glowing. You're shining. You're radiant. You know, you're spectacular. You're miraculous. You know? You know, in the beginning of the reading, we did talk about how you didn't feel like, even though you were comfortable, you didn't feel like you were reaching your potential. You felt like you were sitting on your potential. You know, maybe it's not you, maybe it's not you blocking yourself, right? Maybe it's other things going on. I don't know. I can't say that. Who would really block themselves, right? Not like you're holding yourself back here. But you see you have so much potential. You know what I mean? And this guy sees it too, but you're in star energy. And you're going to have so many opportunities coming in for you. Coming in for you. But yeah, this marriage with this guy is one of them. A big one with this Ace of Wands, you know? Let's just clarify the Seven of Wands and see what else is coming in for you. Let's just see what else is coming in for you with the Seven of Wands, because I see you have multiple things coming in for you here, and you have a brand new fresh start. There's brand new fresh energy coming in here for you. you know, where you're going to be in the spotlight, glowing and shining and radiant, you know, in your essence and your power. You know what I mean? So can you please clarify the Seven of Wands? Can you please clarify the Seven of Wands? What else is coming in for my pile twos? What else is coming in for my pile twos, please? What else is coming in for my pile twos? We have the Eight of Pearls. This is the Eight of Cups. This is nostalgia. Nostalgia about the past. Wow. You know what I'm picking up? Is, I know everyone that's watching isn't a woman or a mother, but I'm picking up something about a pregnancy. Nostalgic for the time you were pregnant. I don't know if you've been hoping to get pregnant, but I'm seeing you get pregnant again. Nostalgic for a time you were pregnant, okay? So this is just what I'm picking up right now. And I'm seeing if you've been hoping to be pregnant again. Maybe secretly hoping here, or just hoping in your heart or something like that. Maybe you didn't tell your partner or your family or your friends or anybody. Or maybe you did, I don't know. But hoping to be pregnant again here. Nostalgic for a time you were pregnant, or maybe even nostalgic for your children. Maybe they've grown up or something like that. You know, even if you're a man watching, it's like nostalgic to get the woman you are with pregnant or something like that, you know? Nostalgic for a baby or something like that. You know, so that's what I'm picking up. Nostalgic for pregnancy and a child. Nostalgic for a time you were pregnant. And for one of your children here. I'm seeing several children here, but there's one in particular. So it's very interesting. So yeah, one of the possible goals at the end of the rainbow here is something to do with pregnancy or children getting pregnant or a child. And it's just interesting because like, how do you get pregnant, right? It's because somebody puts their rod in, you know, their wand, right? And look at all these wands here, and then we have all these like pearls or like little eggs, and they're all like, oh my god, I can't even. It's just like, oh my god, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I just see like a lot of babies. And I'm not a doctor, guys. I have to say that, right? I don't have to. Some people get so, oh my god. You know, but I am seeing definitely a pregnancy here and time with one of your children here, several children here. Let me just check the time. Let me ask for a little bit more clarification to see what, because there were 7 wands, guys. Or there's what, 6 wands and 7th is here. So let's just see what else is coming in. And so many opportunities are coming in for you, pile 2. So many pots of gold at the end of the rainbow. So let's just see one or 2 more. What else is the pot of gold? Or please clarify the 7 of wands at, for a pot of gold at the end of pile 2's rainbow, please. What else? Pot 2 have coming in, please. Let's just take 2 more cards here. So we got the 5 of Spears, which is the 5 of Swords. And the Hermit. Wow. Interesting. So I'm seeing here, you're gonna get the opportunity to humiliate your enemies. Is what I'm seeing with this 5 of Swords. You're gonna get the opportunity to just like completely shit on their lives. With like your fantastic opportunities and energy and your star power and all the opportunities you have coming in. You're just gonna be able to shit on their lives and just completely humiliate them, which you may not even care about, but it's gonna happen whether you're trying to or not, because they don't really see you like caring about that kind of thing. But I see you shitting on your enemies here for sure. The Five of Swords is all about humiliation. With this Hermit card, I see you having a better relationship with yourself. Okay. Having a better relationship with yourself. Realizing how beautiful you are. This man's looking at this orb and it's like he's almost crying how beautiful he is. And I'm not just talking physical beauty here, guys. This is like coming from the inside, right? Realizing how sacred and special you are, and really spending time with yourself and getting to know yourself, right? And this is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's like you getting to know yourself and spending time with yourself. And I'm even seeing you being able to spend time alone, right? The Hermit alone with someone that you really love here. Maybe you don't get to spend time alone with your lover a lot. Or maybe you always just have a lot of family and friends around. But I'm seeing you be able to spend time with yourself and get in touch with yourself and with a lover here, okay? So that's really special. That's really secret, guys. And I know this King of Swords, King of Knight of Cups is going to really love that. That you're going to be able to spend time alone with him or her. Okay, let's get into what is the tea, what is the gossip on my pile twos. Okay, what is the tea, what is the gossip on pile two? What is the tea? We got a jumper. What is the tea, what is the gossip on pile two, please? What's the tea, what is the gossip, please, on pile two? We got two jumpers. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have coughing season. Wow. Yeah, this King of Swords, Knight of Cups wants to cuff you, he wants to hold you down and cuff you, he wants it bad. So we got, what is the tea, what is the gossip? That was bottom of the deck. And then we got situationship and commitment issues. So what is the tea, what is the gossip on pile two? So you know what I'm sort of getting? In the picture here, we have like one picture of like a wilted sunflower and it says fake. And then over here we have the sunflower and it says real. So this like kind of goes along with the message of you like going internally with this Hermit card and like seeing who you truly are, and any perceived like sadness or like energy where you were like, I don't want to say like dying, like I don't want to be that dramatic, right? Like emotionally dying or something like that. I don't mean like physically dying, but just like grieving, kind of like, that's not real. That's not who you are. You're not a sad person, I don't know if you saw that interview with Drake back in like the 2000s, where he's like, I don't know why people think I'm a sad guy. You know, I'm not a sad guy. You know, that's what he said. You know, it's like, I don't know if like there was some kind of illusion where it's like you're some kind of sad person, you're kind of some kind of sad guy or sad girl, you know, but that's not real. That's fake, okay? And the tea on you is that you're really happy, you're really joyful, you're really grateful and joyous, and you know, full of happiness and sparkle and bubbles and confetti here, you know. Um, Again, you're in star energy. You're in star energy. This is a huge card to be coming out. Okay, especially next to the Fool. Okay, so the tea on you is like, and maybe this is tea that you're finding out about yourself, you know, with this hermit energy while you go within. You know, maybe this is something you're, and I don't want to say like you're just finding it out, because you know yourself. You know what I mean? You know yourself. Like Drake was like, I'm not a sad guy, you know. But there have been illusions, right? You know, but with this fake written right here, right? There have been illusions, you know, that maybe somehow you were sad or even depressed or, you know, grieving or something like that, you know, but that's not who you really are. And maybe you're busting out of that mindset or out of that bullshit or out of that, you know, way of being or way of living or way of doing things, you know, and you're in star energy, you know, girl, guy. You're in star energy, and you're happy here. And we see that again. We do see that again with the Queen of Pentacles and the two of Wands here. How comfortable and happy you are, you know. And of course you're happy. Look at all this good stuff you have coming in. Of course you are, you know. So and so I think that's part of the tea on you. And again, I don't know if this is coming from others or just something you're realizing internally, okay? But this is part of the tea. And then the other card we got was situationship. So yeah, you have a situationship with this King of Swords here, and everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Because again, like I said, at bottom of the deck, it says cuffing season. He wants to cuff you. And you know, and he wants to establish, oh, there's the Hierophant card. He wants to establish a real relationship with you here with the Hierophant and cuffing season coming out. You know. Sorry guys, my hands are shaking. Ooh. Little nervous, excited energy. So that's very exciting, pile 2. I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh, this is so positive. This looks so great, you guys. It looks really good. So I'm so happy for you, and I hope you find your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow this year, this St. Patty's Day, or any day, whenever you find a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow is the best day ever, obviously. You know, I ought to tell you that. But, you know, this is all incoming for you. So, you know, whenever you find this reading is when it'll resonate. And, you know, the readings are timeless. So, so thank you for being here, pile 2. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's do last but not least, pile 3. Pile 3. And you guys picked the little, I think little boy leprechaun. He was like younger, the youngest leprechaun. The girl leprechaun was pretty young too. But I think this little boy is a little bit younger. And he's super cute, little boy leprechaun. And he's just super cute. So this is your reading. So if you picked him, you're in pile 3. And this is your reading. Okay. And we're going to get into what is your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This year, this season, you know, whenever. funny. Okay, what is your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, pile 3? And we're going to start out with 5 or 6 cards, 5, 6. And see, what is your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here, pile 3? Where's pile 3's pot of gold? You got a jumper. Oh my god. What is pile 3's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? We got some, definitely somebody's watching all 3 piles here. Because we got some carrying over energy. What's pile 3's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here? Let's get 6 cards, please. What's pile 3's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here? Take this one. What is pile 3's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here? Take this one. This one. Where's, oh my god, we got carrying over energy, guys. Like a motherfucker. Remember, I don't know if you were in pile 2 and we got the Hierophant. We have the Hierophant again in a different deck. And we have the Ace of Wands again in the same deck. I'll pull 2 more. What's pile 3's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, please? Wow. Somebody's watching all 3 decks. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So, and at the bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords. Wow, again. We had this in a different deck. So definitely healing energy, right? Healing energy. This is emotional shadow work here coming through. This could be grieving, emotional pain, separation, loss. You know, and healing from all of those things, right? So let's see what else is going on here. Let's see what's going on with pile 3. My pile 3 seems to be emotional. Maybe crying here. My pile 3 seems to be emotional. Maybe happy tears here. Healing happy tears, you know. It starts off with, yeah, I'm definitely seeing some happy tears here with pile 3. And especially since it comes out right underneath the Page of Wands, right above the Page of Wands, excuse me. Which is all about good news. So I'm seeing some happy tears here, breakthrough energy. Seeing big breakthrough energy here with pile 3. Breakthroughs. This is the way I want to say it, breakthrough, you know. We have the Ace of Wands to start off the reading. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. The Hierophant. Hierophant. 8 of Cups. We got this in a different deck before. Wow. 8 of Cups again. Yeah, carryover energy. And we got the Page of Wands. It's totally okay if you're watching for all 3 piles, guys, okay? Because, you know, we all have more than one, you know, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So, you know, and I love having you guys here. You know, why else would I be doing these videos? So let me see here. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a major glow up here with this Ace of Wands and Queen of Wands. You know, you being sexy, confident, daring, bold, charismatic, charming, cool. And even a little bit witchy here with this black cat, you know. People want to talk to you. People want to know you. People want to see you. You know, people have questions for you and they want to know what you're thinking and they want to know where you're going and what do you want to eat for lunch and, you know, what movie do you want to go see? You know, it's like, do you want to go see a movie with me? You know? What's your middle name? What's your zodiac sign? You know? People want to know you. They want to talk to you, you know. Um, and this is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You being, you know, this is Leo energy right here, sun energy, the Queen of Wands, you know. You being the center of attention and in the spotlight and, you know, highly charismatic at this time, you know. This is your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I do see you're transitioning out of, you know, something that was maybe stagnant or dead or not working for you or unpleasant or uncomfortable or just something you just don't want to be in or deal with, you know, into something much better and sweeter, you know, calmer and more pleasurable. You know, you're transitioning out of something that you didn't like, okay, into something that you really love here. You know, this is hitting your sweet spot. You know, you're like, I really like this. I really love this. Like, can life be like this every day? You know, and you're coming from this place that was like, ugh, I hate this. Why is life like this? And you know, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm not talking about like suicide or anything, guys, but you know, I'm not being like dramatic like that, but it's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to be at this job, you know, this dead end job, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, I don't want to do this anymore, you know? But I'm seeing you're transitioning out of that energy into a really sweet, sweet place, you know, where it's like, I really like this. I really love this. I really enjoy my life like this and doing this and being this person, being this Queen of Wands and having this vigor and energy and spark and, you know, light about me. And life is really sweet. And, you know, this is good stuff over here. This is good shit. You know, can life be like this all the time? You know? So I'm really seeing you transition out of this, you know, kind of a miserable place, guys. Like, I don't really want to stress it and talk on it too much because, you know, it's just, why? You know, it's like, I don't want to drag you back there, you know, mentally. If, you know, why, let's just move forward, right? You're already moving forward. We don't need to go back there, you know. But life is getting a lot sweeter for you, is what I'm seeing here with the Six of Swords, this Queen of Wands, and this Ace of Wands. And then we have the Hierophant card. Interesting. So are you very committed to this new life? You very committed to this new life? We have the Eight of Cups. Nostalgia. Walking away from your... How many cups is this? 8 cups in search of your 9th cup. Wow. So we have both the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, life has gotten so much sweeter for you. And you know there's more out there. Yeah. We have the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Life has gotten sweet for you. And then to end the reading, we have the Page of Wands, the last card out. Good news coming in. A lot of wand energy. A lot of wand energy. And this good news is bringing happy tears. It's happy news, you know. It's happy news. It's bringing happy tears to your face. It's good news. So I think this is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Is that life has gotten so sweet for you. It's part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Whatever you're doing now in your life, whether it be a new job, something with your family, a relationship, your friends, your community, you know, your career, your pets, you know, your health, your spirituality, your physical body, and I do see a glow up here in your physical body and your personality, okay? Whatever is going on with you in your life, like it's just hitting this really sweet spot where you're like, I really enjoy this. I really like this. And you're walking away from it. It was an easy, you know, thing to do, but you're walking away and putting behind like whatever was causing you whatever in the past, you know, And again, we see her moving away. Um, but and you're committed to this new lifestyle or new way of being because it's both. It's a lifestyle, a way of being. It's who you are. And yeah, there's a major globe here. This is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Sorry guys, my neighbor is running water. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's so loud. Let's see. I just got so distracted. Not distracted, but just like, oh my god, it's so loud. So your glow up might be really loud, okay? That's what I'm hearing intuitively. This might be like a loud rush of water or something coming in, okay, it's dissipated now. Your glow up might be very, very loud here, and we are seeing that with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. They came rushing in. The Ace came first, and then the Queen. Your glow might be very loud. So let's get more about what this what this Six of Swords and Eight of Cups is about, because it says you're leaving behind something in your life and entering a sweeter spot right in your life. So let's get more information about the sweetness coming in. Okay. Let's get more information about the sweetness coming in, because again, we do have good news here. So let's just clarify some of these cards here, okay? What is this sweetness? What is this good news coming in for my pile of threes, please? Oh, we got a jumper. Oh, we have temperance. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Temperance. Oh my God, I love to see that card right now. Oh, that makes so much sense. And we were just talking about a sweet spot, and the temperance card popped out. I knew that's what was happening. And the temperance card popped out. I knew that's what was happening. You were hitting a sweet spot. Okay, what else? We got the Ace of Swords. Yes, the truth. You got a lot of sweet stuff coming in for you. Okay. One more card, please. I just saw the Ace of Cups when I was shuffling. We got Justice. You know what I'm getting is just desserts. Have you ever heard that saying? I don't know if it's an American thing. I think when somebody gets their justice or something, it's called just desserts or something. I don't know. You learn about it like in American history and stuff. It's called like the person got their just desserts or something. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But I'm hearing that phrase just desserts. Talking about all the sweet spots that you're hitting, You're about to get your just desserts, Desserts like talking about like pastries and candies and stuff, desserts. It's about to get so sweet. You're about to get your just desserts, okay? And if you don't know anything about what just desserts means, I encourage you to look it up, okay? Just desserts. You're about to get your justice, your just desserts. And I'm seeing the Sun card fly out here too. Happiness, true joy, gratitude, appreciation. living under God's grace and love and kindness, living with God's grace on you and God's love on you, shining on you, this is what I'm seeing for you here. And nothing feels better than that, guys. Nothing feels better than that. That's everything in the whole world, But whatever you call God, you know what I mean? Whatever you call him or her. Okay, so let's get into what's the tea, what's the gossip for my pile threes, please. And we might pull some cards from an extra couple decks because I don't know that we got all the clarity right away. But for some reason, I shuffled them all back in the deck. I don't know. So I don't know if I got too excited or what I was thinking, but I don't know. But we're gonna get what's the tea, what's the gossip on my pile three, and then we're gonna pull some extra cards from some extra decks for you guys, so you guys get some special secret cards that the other two piles didn't get. Okay, so we got a few cards here for pile three. We got breadcrumbing. Yeah, they might have been breadcrumbing you in a past life. A past life, I said. I don't know. Sometimes I try to think about these words in a positive way because I hate being so negative all the time. But originally, when people breadcrumb, in fairy tales and stuff, they leave little pieces of cookies and stuff like that along. There's something big at the end of the breadcrumb. Do you know what I mean? And that almost reminds me of the Leprechauns. They don't really breadcrumb like this. Sometimes with the gold coins, right? You could say that or something like that. But I just hate being so negative, guys. Okay, talking about breadcrumbing as a negative thing, because sometimes in fairy tales and stuff like that, there's something really big at the end. I think they did it in Alice in Wonderland. There was breadcrumbing, like Hansel and Gretel, and I don't know. They do it in fairy tales all the time. Okay. I know in Hansel and Gretel they got eaten by the witch. But we're not gonna take it there. It's almost like follow the yellow brick road, That's what I'm getting. It's pile three is following the yellow brick road here, to their sun, to their happiness. You know what I mean? We have side piece here. Secret romance, hidden affairs, being second choice, only late night calls. And then we also have deja vu. Wow. Deja vu. Repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. Deja vu. So you might be having deja vu with a side piece or someone you have on the side or they have you on the side, okay? But like I said, this is a positive reading, guys, okay? This isn't a negative reading. So this is almost like you're following the yellow brick road with this person. And you're feeling like you've known them in a past life, or you've been here before, or you've done this before with them, or there's something about them that's familiar, or you get this sort of eerie or, crazy feeling, around them when you talk to them and their presence and stuff like that, and you just want to see where this is all going, where this all goes with this person, Because again, there is something about this connection that is, you know, sort of like spooky, you know. That's the word I'm getting, like spooky. um, Even on the way these cards are coming out with like the colors on them, it's like a little bit spooky, you know. There's something about this person that's a little spooky. You know, and they give you, excuse me, deja vu. Okay, let's get into your extra cards, guys. Let's get into your extra cards. I want to pull from the African Tarot, which I have never used on camera before. Okay, I just want to get into some of the African Tarot. Let's see, what are the pot of gold? What is the pot of gold at pile 3's under the rainbow, please? I'll pull one more card. And look at here, guys. We have a rainbow. Would you look at that? We have a fucking rainbow. Oh my God. A rainbow popped out. Wow. Damn. You might have a literal pot of gold. We have the 10 of cups here. This is the 10 of cups. Happiness, wish fulfillment, ultimate fulfillment, maximum number of cups fulfillment. You have a huge pot of gold coming, pile 3. Look at that. Damn. Incredible. A freaking rainbow popped out. Oh my God. And it's so funny. We had the 10 of cups. It was a rainbow with this. It was a snake rainbow. And here we have another snake. Oh my God. And this is the 9 of cups, which is literally wish fulfillment card. Wow. Damn. That's incredible. Look at these cards. Look at these cards. This is a mini deck, guys. Look at these cards. Oh, this is a little snake rainbow here. Here goes the snake again. 9 of cups and 10 of cups. Both wish fulfillment cards. Wow. You have a wish coming, pile 3. You have a real wish coming. You got a real pot of gold coming. Oh my God. Whatever your wish is, that pot of gold coming, boy, girl. Oh my God. Let's pull a couple more. What we got here? Okay, let me see. I don't know what card this is. We got a number 14. Let me see what card this is. Let me see what card this is. Let me get my little book. We got a number 14. Let me see here. I don't know the cards that were on here. Number 14. Number 14 is temperance. That's what I was going to say. And weren't we talking? This is temperance. Didn't we pull the temperance earlier? We were talking about a sweet spot. This is the temperance card. Damn. Oh my God. It's blowing my mind. Oh my God. It's blowing my mind right now. Temperance. Again. Bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Wow. This talks about giving and receiving, you know? Wow, I think you got something big coming, pile 3. Something big, 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 huge. Now, I could get into this African Tarot all day, but I don't want to give you guys too much extra time because all the other piles are going to get upset at me. So I'm going to pull from the love messages because I do want to get you guys some special cards. Let me see. What is the pot of gold at the end of pile 3 is rainbow, please? The pot of gold at the end of pile 3 is rainbow, please. What is the pot of gold at the end of pile 3 is rainbow, please? It says, I wish you were mine. Wow. Someone's wishing you were theirs, yeah. Or someone you were wishing for to be yours, will be yours, is what I'm hearing, you know. I wish you were mine. And with that 6 of Pentacles there is reciprocity, you know. I don't want to wait any longer. Please be mine. Yeah. You have somebody that wants you just as bad as you want them. And it says, I dream about a future with you. Oh my gosh, yeah. Very interesting. Very nice. Last card. It says, I remember the day we met like it was yesterday. Wow. Sorry, guys. My hands are shaking. I had a lot of coffee. I have a lot of nervous excitement right now, guys. Like a lot. But, let me see. So, just see. I want to pull one of the Halloween two of the Halloween oracles, and then we're gonna wrap up with the sexual magic. We're just gonna pull one tiny card. Let's see. So we got scrying with intuition. We got the veil with the future. It's very interesting that we would have scrying and the veil together, because this talks about intuition, and with the veil, there's a veil around your intuition, right? And then this veil card talks about the future, and then this is like a crystal ball, which is to like look into the future, So these are very interesting cards to get out together, but we did see a lot of breakthroughs going on with that Page of Wands. You could be making a breakthrough, intuitively, and we did get the Ace of Swords. An intuitive breakthrough here could be coming. This pot of gold at the end of the rainbow could be an intuitive breakthrough. You're breaking through the veil. You're breaking through the veil here, okay? With your intuition, with your mind, with your intuition can come from your mind, your heart, your spirit, your soul, any part of you, But you're breaking through the veil. This is part of your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So awesome. Amazing, guys. Amazing. This is all so exciting. So exciting, guys. And I'm just going to pull maybe two or three from the sexual magic. I cannot resist. So, if you're a part of pile 3, your pile is different from the other piles. So I don't know if you guys are the naughty pile, but I cannot resist these sexual magic cards right now. They're just like calling my name. So I don't know if you guys are a little bit naughty or mischievous, but we have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Knight of Pentacles. You know what I'm really getting here? Is forbidden fruit. Forbidden fruit. You might be somebody's forbidden fruit, or somebody might be forbidden fruit to you, okay? But I'm seeing you guys indulge in that forbidden fruit here. This person's indulging in you. Are you getting a chance to indulge in this forbidden fruit that they are, it's part of the, what do you call it? Gold at the end of the rainbow. Indulging in forbidden fruit, Woo! And then we have the 9 of Swords. And look how he's biting on her neck like she's ripe. Oh, like her neck is ripe and juicy, Just biting that juicy spot. Yeah. I'm seeing you guys indulge in forbidden fruit. We have the King of Pentacles. Let me show it to you guys. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's sort of like this little peekaboo energy, where it's like you can kind of see his butt peeking out. You can kind of see, like, her pussy, if I can say that. Like her breasts, like little peekaboo energy with this forbidden fruit person. And then last but not least, we have the world. A total indulgence decadent meal, total indulgence, submergence, deep dive, her body's totally his. She's completely naked, like, you know. Bottom of the deck energy. Again, we have the Hierophant again. And excuse my cards, guys, they're a little dirty. It's just coffee. Or did it rip? I think it's coffee. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant again for like the third. I think we got it for every single pile, bro. I think we did get it for pile 1, pile 2, and now again for pile 3. This is the second time we got it for pile 3. So yeah, that's the end of the reading, guys. But thank you so much, pile 3. Thank you for being here. I really enjoyed your reading, and I really enjoyed all the readings today, guys. And I just really hope and pray and wish, all the words, all the things that you could have your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow this St. Patty's Day and this year or this month or next month or whatever, and just get your good luck, get your good luck charm, your good luck spark, your little pot of gold, your fun, your magic, your light, your love, joy, peace, all the things, guys. And I'm wishing and praying for you all so much. And I love you. I wore my green shirt, especially for the reading, guys, just for you guys to stay festive. And I know it's not St. Patty's Day yet. Okay, guys, I know. But, clearly I got too excited. I got way excited. And, I got excited. I said, this must be a sign. So, I ran to my computer, my phone, and, But, anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, morning, weekend, whenever you're seeing this, whenever you're watching this, whenever you're hearing this. And, how do the French say? Bonne chance. Bye.